I'm gonna be so sad when I change that.
Man, I swear to God, every time I freaking hear that intro, man, I just go into like a vibe, man. I just want to sit there and just be like, yeah. It's like chilling out in a fucking drop top, like beer in my hand, whatever.
Yeah, wait till you see the new one with some of the added additions with Doc Shup and Ronnie J in the title screen. It's gonna be nice.
Wait, I am
Good
looking
morning,
forward
Jay.
to it.
Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Joe. What's going on, fellas?
All right. It is a good morning.
And it's daylight savings time too.
Dumbest fucking shit of all time, dude. Fucking shit of all. For reference, like again, this is me going back to growing up in Arizona. Like Arizona does not do daylight savings. So growing up, I had no anything with daylight savings. It's just like half the year TV shows started at a different time. You know what I mean? Like that's basically what it was. And then it wasn't until I actually joined the Army that I got to experience daylight savings time on a regular basis. And I was just like, why do we do this twice a year? Like I don't fucking get this. I don't understand what the point was like when they started it. And it's like one of those things. It's almost like the Army. Like tell me like we're not still doing daylight savings time in 2021 because that's just the way it's always been at this point. You know what I mean? It's been less than 100 years, but like how fucking worthless is it? You know?
Yeah, you know what really throws me off is mountain time. Mountain time is because you got Eastern, Central,
Mountain,
then Mountain, and then fucking West.
Pacific,
And I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Technically, Arizona would be considered mountain time. If it did daylight savings, it'd be full time considered mountain standard. And if time ever goes back to just standard time, Arizona will be lumped in with the mountain standard time. But it's really ridiculous, like that. Yeah, like twice a year, we'd either be on mountain time or we'd be on Pacific time growing up. But it was like, but the time never changed in Arizona. The time, like we never had to reset our clock. Shit, it was just 5 o'clock was 5 o'clock the next day too. So
what states are trying to get rid of it right now?
There's a portion of Indiana. If my Jeopardy trivia is correct, there's a portion of Indiana that does not celebrate or does not do daylight savings, and Arizona, and there might be a couple of municipalities scattered ramshot around the country that don't do it. But I think it's just a chunk of Indiana and the state of Arizona are the main locales where daylight savings is not observed. Yeah, Joe, can you fact check me on that? I want to say I think it's Indiana, but it's the entire state of Arizona and then like a chunk of Indiana, some weird shit. Like I don't.
Yeah, and I remember sometime in just a couple months ago there was a state. I think it was like Georgia or something.
Yeah, for daylight savings, there's a state that
I believe just a couple months ago was fighting to get rid of it. I think it was Georgia. I believe. It's very interesting to me because like time is, they say that like the rotation of the Earth, like we're off by like we're off by like 13 seconds or something like that.
That's why we observe a leap year every 4 years. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly why we observe a leap year too, because there's an extra. The actual year is the actual. No, it does not. No, Joe, it does not. No, it does not. Arizona does not observe daylight savings.
That's
it's the actual solar year is 365.25 days or some shit, or 0.26 days. So that's why we observe a leap day.
Oh, you say the Navajo Nation does. Well, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, that's a sovereign nation, though. That's not the state of Arizona.
And what's also, oh man, I just fucking lost the thought. Well, there goes my lost thought of the day, guys.
Currently 2 states, Arizona and Hawaii, and the U.S. territories of Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, America, Samoa, and Guam don't observe daylight savings time. So there you go.
Most Arizona does not use DST. The only exception is the Navajo Nation, where clocks spring forward 1 hour together with the rest of the United States on the second Sunday in March and fall back again on the first Sunday in November. Right. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Right. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It was 10 o'clock last night when the UFC main card started.
Okay.
And it ended right before it turned 1 o'clock for the second time.
Oh, that's well, because it did that like naturally with your cell phone, right? Like it just did it automatically, basically.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but it was very interesting. But
That's hilarious. Yeah, there's okay, so that's where it was. Sorry.
yeah, so
it's on 10 there's 10 counties in Indiana that do not observe daylight savings time. That's what I remember reading. But I just looked it up and there's 10 counties and there's places in several other states, but yeah. So
very interesting.
tell me about what were your thoughts on the main card last night, cuz you know we started talking about it. We didn't really do any I guess texting much back and forth during the actual fights, but
Yeah, I mean, how could we? How could we? There was
well,
no time.
you had a potential fight of the year contender with the very first fight on the main card.
Yeah. Yeah, and I still and that I'm telling you, it's still a fight. It's definitely fight of the year contention. I mean, look at what the
Easily.
fuck happened.
It was
First off,
15 minutes of just nonstop throwdown. Just 15 fucking minutes.
Yeah, first off, how fucking humble was it for Chandler and Gaethje to take the first fight of the pay-per-view? Because they were saying this during the press conference that they wanted to take this fight. They wanted to kick the show off.
Absolutely. You know? That's either be first or be last, because everybody in the middle are always the ones that get forgotten. I mean, that's like, tell me that ain't true. Tell me that ain't true. Be first
and it's
or be
true.
last. But
it's very true. And they started the show off. And let me tell you, from the first second all the way to the end, incredible.
Oh, God.
First off, we knew this was going to be a hell of a fight. And they
absolutely.
Well, Gaethje beat the shit out of Chandler's face.
He did.
Beat the shit out of it.
To his credit, Chandler just kept coming. He just kept coming.
Listen, I think there was a point when Chandler knew he wasn't going to win this fight, and he was just like, you know what? It's time to just give him a show now. Let's just give him a show at this point. And that, hey, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was, dude, they did like and much respect. I believe both of those fighters were transported to the hospital afterwards, and neither one of them were able to do the post show media scrum, basically. So they went hard in the paint. Like they're both fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we also had Cheetah Vera. He would who did he fight again? Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, and that's like great fighter. We're gonna talk about this in a little bit too, also with part of the co-main event. I don't know how well I'm liking some of the theatrics that are becoming more prevalent in the UFC. So Vera, very good fighter. He's on the come up. I forget what country is it. Venezuela? Is he Venezuelan?
I think
the flag's like blue, red, and yellow. I want to say
and they got mountains on them too. I'll tell you right
Venezuela,
now. Oh, he's getting it right now. Yeah.
Point being. I would love to love a guy like that, but then he does all that stuff, and a lot of the crowd doesn't like him, and he's got that flamboyant kind of like. Same with a guy like Colby Covington, right? Where it's just like, I would love to be a big fan of Colby Covington, especially considering his skill set, because he's obviously very skilled, very skilled fighter. But the dude comes, like he puts on that WWE character, All right, what country is that?
No, that's Venezuela. He's from Ecuador. The flag of Ecuador, I believe, are the same colors.
Okay,
but they have mountains in the
interesting
in the center of
it. Okay. But yeah, so I just don't. Vera is obviously a good fighter, and that's it. That's the one. There it is.
Oh, we have a comment here. My brother used to live in Frankie Edgar's house in New Jersey.
Oh, dude, that's Jeremy Martin, man. That's me and him served in the same battalion together.
What's up, man?
We were in Second Brigade. We were in Second Brigade together at Fort Carson. That's by the way, Jeremy Martin is a really good agent for Northwestern Mutual. And so, if there's any veterans out there that need anything or have any financial questions, my brother Jeremy Martin, he's got your back. Okay, he's got your back. So
we're gonna have to get him on the show and talk about this.
absolutely,
So.
absolutely. I'm sure he probably has a couple of Sergeant Campbell stories. You know, he can embarrass me with maybe. You know
There
what I
is
mean?
always a Sergeant Campbell story.
I'm telling you, dude. Ronnie's
Before
probably got a couple left for us too. You know.
I told you we're gonna have a whole spin-off for that.
Oh shit!
Now
Hey,
we
there's
got
my buddy. There's my buddy Steve. There's my buddy Steve from my VFW right there.
oh shit, and then we got Bridwell. Oh, dude, hey, we got the Jay Campbell Brigade up in here today.
I'm
Holy
telling you,
shit!
dude. I'm telling you, man.
So next fight we had Zhang Wei Li versus Rose
All right. I
Namajunas.
want to hear. Okay. Do you want to hear from me, or do you want me to, or do you want to let me
Well,
hear from you? Because I got a
I
question for
I
you.
I actually had Zhang winning.
Did you really?
I actually had Zhang winning because I felt that there was a little bit of misconfidence from Namajunas during the press conference, and maybe I mistook that for confidence and humbleness, but
Right.
there was just something that was different about Namajunas during this fight. As you could
Okay.
see, if you observe her during her entrance, she is mouthing "I'm the best"
Right.
all the way up until the bell rings.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Okay, she is mouthing "I'm the best." I'm the best. Now, affirmations are a very powerful thing.
They are
Very
absolutely.
powerful thing.
I had a buddy. When I was in high school. I was a year older than him, but he was. Our crew ran around together basically, and he gave me. He's like, what you should do is type out, print out on your computer stuff that motivational sayings basically, and put
Yeah.
them around your room. And I ended up doing it, and because me and him were on the wrestling team together, and it's waking up and seeing 100% always. Like yes, you can. When you drill these thoughts into your head, like I am good enough, like I am gonna make it. Yesterday was just a freaking speed bump. I'm still climbing the mountain today. Like it's a little chunk at a time, and you're basically training your mind to think in that positive manner and not get down and not fall into that negative, mentality bullshit, basically. And if you want to compete on a level like the championship levels of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, like Rose Namajunas and Zhang Li and all of them, really, you need to have that kind of like positive affirmation playing constantly in your head. Because the minute you have that moment of self-doubt, that moment of, am I not good at whatever, and boom, you're knocked out, or boom, you didn't lift as well that day, or boom, you didn't get as good a score on your PT test that you thought you were going to. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, like a lot of times you have to, like, when that voice of doubt starts creeping in, you just shove it the fuck back off and say, no, dude, not today. I'm not fucking doing that shit today.
And look what happened. And look what happened.
She won. I'm of the opinion she won that fight. I had her.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I had her 3 rounds to 2. I also wanted to bring up, because we've talked about on this podcast before. I think there's a huge case to be made for 10-8 rounds using this card.
Yes,
because you had Rose Namajunas round 5, where she basically took down Zhang and kept her there the entire round. To me, that's a 10-8. And then you had round 2 of Usman Covington and Colby getting knocked on his ass, not once, but fucking twice. He survived the round, to his credit. Survived the fucking round. But why was that not a 10-8 round? Somebody explain to me why Rose Namajunas, staying busy and keeping Zhang controlled pretty much the entire 5th round of their fight, and why a 2 knockdown round in the main event are not 10-8 rounds on a judge's scorecard. I think the case needs to be made because both fights ended up being close. Both fights were basically 3 rounds to 2. I don't know what judge gave Rose Namajunas fucking 4 rounds, but that dude was high as fuck, because she didn't win 4 rounds. She won 3.
It goes to show I think, and this has been a big case, I think we need former fighters judging these fights.
I don't disagree with that, but there's no money in it. That's the problem.
That's true.
The athletic commissions dictate who scores fights, I believe. You might be able to fact check me on that, but there's backdoor deals that go on with
Oh, this has been
That's how
happening since boxing.
That's how boxing became so fucked up and like destroyed in half over in like
Yeah,
the 90s and early
yeah,
2000s.
and
Because of shit.
Canelo fought last night too.
He knocked that dude out. 11th
Yeah,
round knockout. It's an 11th
hey,
round knockout.
all right. So now we're getting into the bread and butter. We're getting into Oh wait, I think he's pulling something up right now, which we're about to get some information on the Sports Commission. UFC fights are scored based on a 10-point must system.
Right.
3 judges score each round separately, giving 10 points to the winner of the round and 9 or less, 8 or very rarely 7, based on how dominant one fighter was in particular round.
And the problem with that is the 10-point must system is not a bad system, but they don't use 10-8 rounds enough. That's the problem. It's like Colby Covington got knocked on his ass, like barely survived the round 2. He still got 9 points for that round.
Yeah, and this is very interesting because
Zhang Li got held down, like basically got held down and controlled and dominated for not quite 5 minutes. Not quite 5 minutes. In the 5th round of their fight, she got 9 points. So if you had and by the way, it was a split decision. There was a judge on that card that gave Zhang the decision. So basically, like, Zhang at the very end of the fight, last 5 minutes of the fight, gets fucking dominated. There was at least one judge that thought she won that fight. But if you had a 10-8 round, if you scored that a 10-8, that would for that specific judge, that would have created a draw.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
You're talking about complete changed outcomes of fights, especially in 5-round fights. Especially in 5-round fights, championship fights, like the entire outcomes can change if you start utilizing a 10-8. Like, because when you give a fighter 9 points and they barely fucking survive the round, what the fuck is the point of even being able to have 8 or 7 points on the fucking, because they never get used. Like what? Like what do you? How bad do you have to beat somebody's ass for 5 minutes before you score a 10-8? You know what I'm saying? Like what criteria? Like
So before we get into the a 10-8 round is given when one of the fighters had dominated the round, meaning he delivered significant blows, used grappling efficiently, and dominated the tempo of the fight.
So by the Fight Commission's own definition, round 5 of Nama Yunus and Zhang Li, and is it Zhang Li or Zhang Wei?
So I've heard different. I've heard Zhang Weili. I've heard Zhang Weili.
Weili. I'm sorry. I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
I've heard Wei Li. I've heard Wei Lei. There's right.
The only one who can say this. I messed that up. I apologize for fucking her name up. But so round 5 of Nami Yunus Weili and round 2 of Covington Usman, by their own definition, were both 10-8 rounds. Yes. If you want to be a fucking stickler for what the commission defines as a 10-8 round, that's it. They like both of those rounds met that criteria easily. Significant strikes, control, like all that shit. So yada. Like
So right before we get to the main event, there was a lot of tension going into the press conference, and let me tell you, there was a moment. And hey, Joe, if you can't find the clip, it's absolutely no problem.
Oh, there we go.
Justin Gaethje calls Colby Covington a bitch at the press conference, and this was probably by far, we probably won't be able to hear it, but it was so funny because Covington was talking a lot of shit to Usman, which there was a lot of remarks where he said, "Oh yeah, your mother used to dress you in robes when you were a child," which is very fucking morally wrong.
Yeah.
He was talking shit about his father. He was talking shit about his kids, his family. Look, you don't fucking do that. So
it's like I said, the theatrics are getting real old. It's just getting real fucking old.
So here it is. I'll start off. Gaethje says Kamaru will finish it off. You're damn right. Trevor Whitman is a genius, and you will see that inside the octagon. I can't wait to fight in front of these fucking fans. The chaos, all of it. I fucking love it. Let's go. And Colby Covington comes back and says, "You're right, Justin. Chaos is in the building." And Gaethje says back, "You're a bitch." So Covington came back and started saying that he sounded illiterate while talking, and Justin Gaethje, being the all-American boy that he is, honest too, He says to him, "You're over there talking shit about people's families and shit. You're a piece of shit."
Right.
And the tension is there. So I want to see Gaethje versus Covington. I'm not wrong for wanting that.
Have they not fought against each other
No,
yet?
not that I, not
Really?
that I'm, not that
I
I'm
did not know that.
aware
I
of.
don't.
Now
Ooh,
remember they're in two different weight classes too. So
are they?
well, isn't Gaethje lightweight? Yeah, Gaethje's in the
Oh
lightweight
fuck, you're
division.
right. Nope, you're right.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah, yeah.
I'm all fucking spun out. Like I can't keep track of all the fighters anymore, man. Like
So
fuck
the
it.
main so the main event happened, and we've been waiting for this rematch since 2019, since he broke his face, since Usman broke Covington's face, and there was a lot of talk about it. Let me tell you, this was the fight, man. This was everything that we wanted and more. It was, it went in with tension. There was, roll that clip. There was even a debate here that went on during the fight.
Oh, that's
Um,
Masvidal.
oh shit! Wrong clip. No, it's not. It's not going to be in this one. Pull it out. Pull it out.
He'll get it.
Yeah.
You talking about the takedown?
Yeah, the takedowns. Well, first off, while we're looking for that, the second round, Colby Covington. Colby Covington went down twice.
He went down hard twice. He went down hard twice.
Yeah.
And okay, so here's my one of my big takeaways from the main event was I think Covington could have taken that fight, but he started way too slow. He got behind on the cards, and when he started coming in and getting his rhythm, it was already round 3. It was already fucking round 3 by the time he really started coming into his rhythm, and especially getting his block knocked off at the end of round 2 like that. Like it looked like it was over for a second. Like he started slow, and he didn't really get into his rhythm until pretty much until he got his bell rung, and then he came back out strong in round 3, and then he came out strong again in round 4, and it was really that round 5 where and for some reason he started slow. Like he should have. I think if he had pushed the pace in round 5, he might have taken that fight, or if he hadn't started so slow in round 1 and 2, if he had won round 1 or round 2 possibly, he might have taken that fight. But he started so slow and he ended slow.
Yeah, absolutely. I could agree with that.
I don't know why he didn't come out a lot harder in round 5 than he did, because it was his fight to win, really. And his strategy in round 5 baffled me, because he basically handed Usman the fight in round 5. So
no, he definitely, yeah. I mean, he was telling him just to fucking hit him at that point, which I mean, come on, like and again, we're going back to the theatrics,
right?
There can only be one Conor McGregor. Now, what's interesting about this whole thing, in the beginning of the fight, Covington's cheek was there was a giant gash in it already.
Oh yeah,
and he kept on touching it. That was distracting him from using his defense, which if you look at a lot of times when he kicks him in the head, he blocks it, but he's pretty much making him punch himself in the face at that point, because he's already touching already touching his cheek.
Right.
So we're going to get so during the broadcast, Joe Rogan and DC got into a little bit of a debate if he was taken down or not. And
that was in round 3.
And by camera, it looks like it was just a one knee thing, but I think we could all agree he took him down.
I would have definitely 100% scored that a takedown. Like that's DC. I've been watching UFC for a long time, and so depending on the broadcast, depending on my mood, there are times where I'm not a huge fan of Joe Rogan commentating, and there's other times where I'm a huge fan of him, and it's the same with DC. DC though is a former collegiate NCAA runner-up, national champion, basically, and he's like an Olympic wrestler and all this other stuff. The dude's pedigree in wrestling is, second to none, just about. And if DC says that's a takedown, like I'm going with DC on this. Like I wrestled in high school, you know what I mean? I'm definitely not to the fucking level of these guys in the UFC, but good God, man, like I wrestled You know, like if DC says that shit's a takedown, that's a fucking takedown, dude. Like, don't
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fucking takedown to me, bro. Like
it looked like I don't even know how the question came up. Honestly, I really didn't even know how the question came up. So that was, you know, it was just like it was one of those things that just comes up during the broadcast, and they start kind of like us. They'll get you know, go down a rabbit trail a little bit, and next thing you know, like 30 seconds of the fight's gone by, and they're still talking about something that happened freaking, you know, half a round ago. You know what I mean?
oh yeah. Well, great card. Great fight. It
It
was
really
at
was.
MSG, so you already know when you're coming to New York, there's going to be chaos, and it was a great event.
Absolutely.
So fantastic. So next in the news, we got the Boba Fett trailer released this week.
Okay.
Um, we're all getting ready for he got some footage ready here. We're all getting ready for the Mandalorian. We're all getting ready for the Mandalorian season 3, but it's not ready yet. So we're gonna get the book of Boba Fett.
Interesting.
It looks first off, you know, as you see it here visually, it looks fucking great. We have Tamora Morrison reprising the role at yes, they were, baby. Yes, they were. They were litty titty. So it visually looks good. We got Fennec Shan back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and this is Boba. This is Jabba the Hutt's crew that he's pretty much
Hanging with.
hanging with, trying to recruit, trying to keep them together. It looks
Interesting.
great. I'm ready to dive back into the Star Wars world. With this, man, it's going to be streaming
I
exclusively
am
to Disney
really
Plus.
with all the Star Wars fandom and everything, and some of the, you know, when after Disney purchased Star Wars and they kind of just took a giant shit and a lot of stuff that had been considered canon for a lot of years. You know what I mean? I'm curious if they're going to start digging back and bringing back some of the stuff that was considered canon, and then now making it canon within the Disney Star Wars universe. You know what I mean? Like, because there's plenty of stories, there's books about Boba Fett out there. You know what I mean? And I'm sure some of them have some really cool things to see. You know what I mean? You know, hey, what's up, Michelle? That's what's up, man. We got a party in here today. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. Hope everything's been well. But yeah, freaking. I don't know. So I don't know. I just remember there being like libraries of Star Wars books back in the day, and for a lot for a lot of them, they were considered canon. You know what I mean? And a lot of them are not, and a lot of them are not considered canon anymore, not even anywhere close. And Disney now kind of has license to recreate the Star Wars universe kind of as they see fit. You know, whatever they think is going to make the mouse money. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts? Are you like what are you looking forward to in this one?
I'm looking for an expanded story. I'm looking for Return of the Jedi vibes, which I'm definitely feeling here. I'm definitely expecting some, as always, you know, I'm an Easter egg guy.
Right.
I'm looking for some Easter eggs in there. I'm expecting to see some surprise characters. I'm expected to see some good stuff here. So
Fuck yeah, Nichelle. Keep that shit up, man. Keep your head up, homie. We got you, man. We got you. We're gonna be playing again soon. Don't worry. Don't worry.
yeah, so I'm ready for it. I'm giving the trailer. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not even gonna give it a rating. Not even gonna give it a rating. You know, we're gonna hold on the rating for that.
That's
This ain't
okay.
pizza.
How do you, I mean, how do you rate a trailer? I mean, is it just, are you just
Yeah,
rating the trailer? Or are you trying to rate the show you haven't seen yet? You know, I mean, it's all
yeah. So
good.
I'm very happy that Tamora Morrison's coming back. I hope that it kind of dives more into the Mandalorian lore.
Mm-hmm. Because that was a major plot point of towards the end of season 2. That was
Yeah.
a major plot point of
Eh,
how Django slash Boba slash everybody, were they actual
Fits
Mandalorians, or were they like,
exactly.
what were they? You know what I mean? They had the armor, but were they actually Mandalorians? You know what I mean? Like,
Yep. Yep.
so
So next we have
drum roll, please.
Dune.
Yeah, Dune. Fuck yeah, dude.
Now, Dune, okay. So if you guys know some of the history behind this, from what I've learned, George Lucas was heavily influenced by Dune. which we ended up getting Star Wars, but this is just a whole different flavor. This is this shit got some seasoning in it that Star Wars doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I for someone who's never read the books, and I'm into lore and I'm into heavy lore and stuff like that, and the acting was great. Even like some of the actors that we're not very like, you know, not crazy about. Like I'm not really crazy about Dave Batista, but he did a really good job. Playing.
I was gonna say I didn't have any complaints about, it was kind of funny seeing Batista in there, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of really good actors in this movie, you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
very,
dude.
very, very recognizable people, and they kind of come in and out of some of the story as the storyline progresses, you know what I mean? And it's
I want more Duncan, Idaho.
Dude, I was fantastically impressed with this movie. Totally sucked in. They clearly did it some justice. You know what I mean? Like in 2021. Very much looking forward to the second part, the I guess the finish of this particular of Dune, basically. Very much looking forward to the second part.
I was just I was at the edge of my seat. It was very different, man. And what really intrigued me so much about it, that it didn't depend on the action. This movie depended on its actors.
Oh yes.
The script, the story, the
storyline, especially because you're coming in blind to a completely different universe. It's the year is 10,191. You know what I mean? There's like, you're coming into this whole like a different universe, and they have to like bring you up to speed, but they do it very, very well. And they draw it out. They don't give you this long block at the very beginning of the movie and try to explain fucking everything. They throw you right into it, and they kind of explain shit as it's going along when it needs to come in, and it's like, they did a fantastic job. And I'll tell you what it reminded me of. You ever heard of like Warhammer 40K?
Of course. That's Henry Cavill's favorite game right now.
Dude, fucking the way they made Dune, it reminded me of like, it's Warhammer 40K, except it's like the year 10,000. It's like 30,000. It's like 30,000 years before that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There we go. Yep. Warhammer.
This shit is like, dude, Dune is like fucking Warhammer 30,000 years before Warhammer happens, right? Like it's badass, dude. Like they really suck you into like that universe and some of the lore. So good. It was pretty fucking amazing. It was pretty fucking amazing. So
my official rating for Dune is 9.9. And the reason why I didn't get a perfect 10 is because it could have went 45 minutes longer. So that's my take.
Well, it's going to. I mean, they're gonna have a part 2, so it's going to. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't worry.
But will it will it hold up to it? But we'll see. Next,
they're doing good so far.
Yep. Next, we have Why the Last Man. Woo!
Oh, here we fucking go with this show again. Did this fucking cocksucker get laid yet, or what?
All right. So
the last motherfucker on Earth, surrounded by women, and this dude doesn't get laid. Disappointed. Period.
So
did he or did he? No. You tell me. Did he get laid or not?
Yorick Brown has finally gotten laid.
Oh, thank the heavens and the Lord above. Somebody finally got it wet. Good. Man.
It finally happened. And
what episode? Tell you, how many episodes in?
It took 10 episodes for it to happen. And yes, unfortunately, and I'm going to get to that in a second. Why the Last Man did get canceled, Doc.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Probably because it's the last motherfucker on Earth surrounded by women and he don't get laid. I would cancel him too.
The reason why the show got shut down was because it's too expensive. You have Diane Lane, who's probably taking the whole chunk of the
who's that
of the paycheck. Diane Lane is who the fuck is Diane Lane?
Thank you.
Listen. So Diane Lane is probably one of the more. She's probably the only more famous person who's in the show. Yeah, we're about to pull it up. So this lady right here is Diane Lane.
Okay, and she's the reason it's getting canceled.
She can you look up what movie she was in? So Diane Lane is probably taking half of the chunk because the rest of the actors are, a bunch of like BC celebrities, I guess. Also, the monkey that is in the show cost a lot of money to make too. So
to make. It's not a real
yeah,
monkey.
it's not a real monkey.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very expensive show, which I'm very upset that it's not coming back. But there are talks that Netflix is looking to bring it back for a season 2. The show is great. We dealt post-apocalyptic. We have dealt with the death of a president, inclusiveness with trans characters, which is probably one of the more deeper, interesting aspect of the show because it's real life. It's
Right.
real life. This is
Yeah.
exactly these are they're a type of people that we are going specific groups of people that we're going to see. Yeah, bring that up.
I just got to I just got to I got to send a shout out real quick to my lady. I'm having pigs in a blanket for the first time in like a long time, and this is going to be delicious. So thank you, baby. Also, this looks like my dick.
Dude.
dude. All right, so back to Diane Lane.
Yeah, so Diane Lane, so from what I've been reading, Diane Lane is pretty much taking the chunk of the paychecks, and she's a well-known actress who's not a bad actress at all. She's really good, but it's just she's too fucking expensive.
DD214 does not condone Jay's dick size being mentioned, and we apologize. No, we don't. Like,
so yeah, why The Last Man? Please, the show ended so strong. Netflix, bring it back. We're waiting.
okay, so
I'm
all joking aside, though. So
yeah.
I know you. Obviously, you like the show because you watched it all the way through the season. Obviously,
The comic is really good too.
and I was going to say it's based off a comic. Obviously they did a lot of justice. Obviously,
They did a lot of justice. A lot of justice. I'm very impressed with it. They did such a good job, and it's actually funny because this show was in production hell years ago. It yes, Doc. It is on Hulu, but Netflix is currently rumored. It's just a rumor it's just a rumor that Netflix is currently in talks to buy. And these are some of the screenshots from the show. That's Yorick Brown, a fantastic cast. For me, it's an 8.4. Why
okay.
The Last Man definitely deserves an 8.4. It's got a good story. Again, it's very inclusive. It's very honest. There's a lot of shit talking between three political parties, and yeah, and and Shia LaBeouf was originally tied onto this show to play Yorick Brown. So I mean, to see from that development to where it is now, I'm very happy with the show. So come on, Netflix, bring it back.
You're standing on a corner in the middle of the night. You see a man across the street. Shia LaBeouf. He's walking towards you now, very slowly, with a weird look in his eye. Shia LaBeouf. You never saw the Shia LaBeouf? No, nothing, no. It's a meme and everything. Wow. Okay, Roger that. I'll go.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Just do it.
Yeah, that's another Shia LaBeouf meme. Yeah. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I actually have, and I'm going to shout out my boy here, Skrilla, the great professional wrestler, who is in the movie The Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf. He actually had a moment with him because during the time, Shia LaBeouf had gotten arrested for disorderly conduct and something like that. I don't remember, and a lot of racist slurs were made. And
Jesus.
Yeah, Skrilla the Great. He is, Skrilla the Great. He really is the great because he didn't even know me. He was willing to train me in professional wrestling when I was still living down in Georgia. He actually had the opportunity to work with Jake the Snake and Mick Foley and Shia LaBeouf on this movie, and he had a really cool personal moment. There he is. Just do it.
Just do it.
He had a really cool moment with Shia LaBeouf and was able to see like a true, honest form of Shia, and ever since then, Shia LaBeouf has been able to kind of bring himself back. But Listen,
Everything,
you can't.
everything,
You can't.
everything I've ever heard about him is he's what you would call like an extreme form method actor.
Yeah.
So if he is in character for a movie, so to speak, excuse me, I got food in my mouth. If he is in character for a movie, you're gonna get that guy. You're
There
gonna
it
get
is.
that guy. Like you're gonna get that guy on the set. You're gonna get that guy in the bar after shooting stops for the day. You're gonna get that guy first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, I have to
That,
agree
that,
with Jonathan Davila here. Hey, shout out Union City, homie. Shia LaBeouf is still a strong actor, regardless of the drama. I have to
agreed.
agree.
Agreed 100%. I mean, it's it.
Hey,
If you're a
Fury, Fury.
Fury, he's been in all kinds of. He is so strong in that method acting. Like he basically just yes, we saw a tax collector. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, creeper man, creeper. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. But yeah,
On
but
to the
he
next.
basically becomes these characters. You know, I've seen TMZ footage of him like acting like an ass at Mount Rushmore and stuff in public, and it's just like he was probably just getting ready for a movie. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's Shia LaBeouf. You know, he's drunk and being belligerent at Mount Rushmore. Like that's
I
Shia
would
LaBeouf.
I would love to see him as the Silver Surfer
Ooh, that would be.
character. Oh, can I throw a
You're gonna have to now. You're gonna have to now.
hey,
Ronnie J.
Ronnie J. So here's a funny story about me and Jonathan Davila. Me and him were in the Marine JROTC in high school together. And what's absolutely funny about this is that we had to make a video. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He's sweating. He's fucking sweating. Look at him because he knows what story I'm about to say. So me and him and another one of my boys who coincidentally was named like Jonathan. I think his name was Jonathan too, to be honest. So there was like three Johns. Hey, look, three assholes. So we had to make a video about what makes character counts. We made the video of us smoking weed, and we're just like, yeah, this is what character counts. I don't think that video ever made it to the school, but that's he
That's
says it right
hilarious.
here. So much funny shit from those days, dude. We got in a lot of trouble. I still want to know where the fuck my bike is, asshole.
He still blames you. He still blames you, Jonathan. He still blames you.
Next, we got Army of Thieves.
Okay.
This is the prequel to Army of the Dead, which was made by Zack Snyder, which is the story of zombies in Las Vegas. Army of Thieves is a prequel story about the character Dieter, who is the safecracker in Army of the Dead, who's possibly the comic relief of the movie. Let me tell you,
Oh, wait a minute. Was Army of the Dead, was that the one with Batista?
Yes.
I did see that. I did watch that.
So the blonde German guy, oh shit, he says, I totally got robbed. I knew it, bro. We lived in that neighborhood, bro. We lived in that neighborhood. We lived in a bad neighborhood, man.
Hey man. Sometimes you just fucking walk home without shoes, man. Like
yeah, hey. So the character of Dieter, this is the story. This isn't a zombie movie, but they play with the idea like, hey, this is happening in the United States. But this takes place in Germany, and I don't know what the fuck it is about all these German and foreign movies around, but they're fucking great. Let me tell you, Squid Game, Dark, Alice in Borderland. I don't even know when to stop.
Well, Squid Game was Korean, to be fair. Squid Game was Korean.
Still foreign.
Yes, foreign. Yeah.
Actually, here's some footage here from Army of Thieves. A fantastic story of a world. If more Doc Shup. Oh, Jonathan Davila, check it out. If you haven't seen it, Army of the Dead was epic. It really was. So Army of Thieves easily gets 8.9 in my book. I personally think it could. I think it could have went at least a couple minutes longer. But the story, the story just drives you in because it's not about the zombie apocalypse. It's about a man trying to find his way, and in some terms, it is a love story. It's a love story for men.
A love story for men.
Yeah, very powerful. So you know how like romantic flicks, romance knobs, they're very like, campy. Oh, there's flowers. oh,
Right.
here's some chocolate, you know. So to
Okay.
me, a love story for men would be like
Fucking
I'm trying to
Slayer, a fucking bottle of whiskey,
a
like
prince of what the fuck is this?
a fucking a fucking Harley Davidson. Like yeah, yeah. That's
Uh,
is that it? I mean, I'm starting to get aroused. I mean, is
okay,
that what you're
so
talking
you
about?
okay, so yeah, you know how like The Departed. You know how like Matt Damon was in love with the girl he got pregnant.
Yes.
So like to me, that's like Die Hard. Die Hard is a love story for men. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Skinamax. Fuck yeah on the Skinamax, dude.
Yeah.
Totally down
And
with Skinamax.
yeah, and Jonathan Davila says so. There are no zombies in this. No, there are no zombies in it. There are no zombies in it, but they do exist. They do exist in this world. It's happening already. It is
Interesting.
happening.
So is this a prequel to Army of the Dead or a sequel?
Yes, yes, it is. It is a prequel.
Okay.
Very,
So it's,
very good.
okay.
Very,
Got you.
very good.
Got you.
All right,
Okay.
now on to the game
Game
news.
news. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, so the first thing we got here, Battlefield 2042 is coming to the Game Pass, but
Fuck
only
yes.
through a trial. Only through a trial.
What's the trial? Like, what do you mean? Like how many? How long do you get it for? Or like what do you mean?
Um, so usually when they're going through the Game Pass, it's probably going to be through the EA Play. So you know how EA Play and Game Pass are connected together.
Yes.
Battlefield, most of Battlefield's game, as far as Battlefield 5, 4, Hardline, and Battlefield 1, whatever that World
Whatever it
War
was.
One, yeah, whatever that one was. It's on the EA. It's all in the EA
Right.
Play, which is connected with Game Pass. So it's probably going to be a 10-hour trial, which gives you 10 hours of time to play Battlefield 2042.
I'll take 10 hours to see if I actually want to buy the fucking game or not. I think that's worth it. I think that's totally
Exactly.
fucking worth it.
I think this is a great way. Once again, Game Pass coming through for the people,
I'm
giving
telling
us
you.
an opportunity, like back in the day, to rent these games to see
Absolutely.
if we enjoy it.
That's right.
This is a big thing, and look at this clip right here. This is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I like that free fall shit. Oh, that sucks. You just got hit by a fucking plane crashing.
Yeah. So the game looks amazing. I'm absolutely ready for it. I'm excited for it. There's no campaign. It's going to be like a massive multiplayer game. Michael K. Williams, who just passed away recently, is
Mhm.
in the game.
Right.
He is a major focal character point in the game, and I'm very happy. I'm very excited to see him one
Yeah,
at
we
least
yeah,
one
we
more time.
yeah, I was gonna say, and we discussed that when he at the week he passed, we talked about it for a couple minutes here on the podcast. And yeah, it is always cool to see people's work posthumously. You know what I mean? Like, because that is something that they left us here on earth with when they when
Yeah,
they when they shed their earthly skin, and went to the stars, went to go back to be with the stars. So I think it's always nice to see stuff that people were able to complete while they were here with
absolutely.
us and be able to enjoy it after they are gone. I actually had kind of a similar experience. My parents came over to the house this weekend to visit while we're here in Kansas City for the weekend. And, my mom was talking about some of the stuff that they have at their house that I might need to bring over here. And some of the stuff is my grandpa used to be like a carpenter. My grandpa was like a master carpenter. Like one year for it was 1990. He made me a baseball bat.
Mm,
Literally made a baseball bat. And I got this baseball bat for Christmas in 1990. It's a wooden baseball bat. He found the wood. He procured the wood. He took a lathe to it, and like made a fucking baseball bat for me. Like literally.
that
So yeah.
that's what it is, man.
Well, and now that he's gone, my family has a lot of this stuff that he's made over the years. Cabinets, dressers, end tables. The man was a carpenter. He could pick something out of wood, and he can fucking make it. Right? He was that guy. And so, and I was telling my mom was like, "Well, we're gonna have to get rid of some of it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but god damn it, you know what I mean? Because that's all we have. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's part of his legacy, basically."
yeah, I actually have to agree too. I'm not over Chadwick Boseman's passing either. And apparently Hollywood hasn't either because if you watch there's a new cowboy movie that's on Netflix right now, and if you look closely, one of the trains has C.A. Bozeman on the train.
Nice. That's
So
dope. That's dope.
So Hollywood hasn't forgotten.
Little Easter, yeah, that's a beautiful little Easter egg. That's a beautiful little
Yeah,
Easter egg.
it's I can't remember the movie. It's with Regina King.
I literally just saw the it just popped up on our gosh darn thing on Nikki's TV here this morning for me. It's like an all mostly black cast, and it's a Wild West setting movie. Is that the one you're talking about? It's kind of newer.
Yes. Oh yeah, he got it right here. The Harder They Fall.
Yep, that's the one. It was The Harder They Fall. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So this film right here, Idris Elba, Jonathan Majors, who is Kang in the MCU.
There you go.
Regina King. So I mean, this movie actually looks really good.
Oh, dude, I dig westerns, man. I wish they would make. They haven't made westerns in a while. Like me and Nikki are getting ready to start Yellowstone probably tonight. Yes, Doc. I said, guy. Okay, Doc. First off, I appreciate your attention to detail on that, but I'm gonna have to hit the pause and the break button. Jonathan can tell you the last 2 years of my Army career, I was a instructor at the NCOK. I was a BLC instructor, right? Okay, so I had to watch my mouth, and so now it's become part of my vernacular to say "gosh darn" instead of "goddamn" all the time, or I have to like basically like my it's like a brake pedal for my brain where I have to like. And it became part of my vernacular. So yes, I did say "gosh darn." Thank you, Doc. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So, we also got here. Oh, this
Hell
was
on
from
Wheels,
our,
absolutely.
this is actually from our executive producer,
Joe. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my
holy
fucking
gee
god!
whiz! There's
my
nothing.
Fucking god!
Well, holy gee whiz! There's nothing wrong with that, man. We're having a party today.
Do fucking push-ups, Doc. Just because you're Doc and the infantry loves you doesn't mean you're fucking immune. Just fucking do push-ups.
Jolly gee whiz!
Jolly gee whiz, guys!
I love it.
Can you make me? Hey, Doc, can you make me any fucking whiter, please? Like, well, gee willikers, we got a long drive today. What?
So what else we got here? Oh, we have Jen O'Neill resigned from Activision Blizzard. This is such a huge story, guys, and let me tell you why. We covered just a couple weeks ago. Well, first off, she left for a all women in-game development nonprofit. No one is mad about this because she was making bigger moves for herself.
Right.
She joined leadership with Mikey Barra. Which was such a big thing. He says, I wasn't even going to say gee willikers.
Yeah, well, I did for you. You're welcome.
So this is such a big thing. Can you pull back up that article, Joe? She announced today that she was stepping down from her role as Blizzard. Mikey Barr will then become the sole leader of Blizzard. He and O'Neill stepped in after J. Allen Brock's departure as Blizzard president, which happened after the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing sued Activision Blizzard for sex discrimination in the workplace.
So did she or did she not resign because of this fiasco, or is she like what is your take on this, dude?
So I think that she came in.
Hey, Doc, I didn't go to sick call. Ain't no fucking sick call rangers here, bro. I can count on one hand in fucking 12 years how many times I went to sick call. Nice try, though.
I have gone to sick call too many times.
One hand, literally. One hand.
So I mean there was a lot. I mean, we covered this. There was a lot of bullshit happening in Activision Blizzard, frat boy mentalities, which seems to be the subject for a lot of these companies now because they just don't seem to get the point that
it became like Mad Men. You remember Mad Men, right? The fucking TV show, Don Draper, the overly misogynistic 1950s fucking whatever.
Yeah.
That mentality in business crept all the way up into like the 2000s. People forget that like that mentality it's a show and they kind of play it for fucking dark humor in that show a lot in Mad Men, but that mentality was a real fucking thing in American business for like 50 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like literally 50 fucking years. We're talking half a century. You pretty much, if you were in the top levels of your company, if you were an executive or whatever, you pretty much just did whatever the fuck you wanted. And nobody was going to say shit. It wasn't until like the parts of the 80s going into the 90s and then especially in the 2000s people really started pushing back against this toxic ass bullshit, you
Yeah,
know,
and look,
in these work environments,
it was
you know?
reported everywhere. It was
Right.
reported everywhere. You know, and it seems like that they were more concerned about their frat boy mentality than actually working on the games that are getting hacked on a constant basis.
Correct. Correct.
You know,
That's
and
exactly right.
a lot. There was a bunch of Jeffrey Epstein and friends. Yeah, I mean, that, it's
who totally like, you know, totally killed himself a couple years ago, right? Totally killed himself, right? That guy? Or wait.
next on the DD214 deep dive. So this is probably this is insane that shit like this is even still happening. Especially for a
Agreed.
company this big. So I mean,
And
so
they and now they've just lost another high level executive basically
yeah, and
to a resignation.
so she actually, what did she say here? She said, "I'm not doing this because I am without hope for Blizzard. Quite the opposite. I'm inspired by the passion of everyone here. Oh shit, I lost my place. Working towards meaningful, lasting changes with their whole hearts. So she is not there to. She's not leaving out of maliciousness or because of hopelessness. She is just, she has bigger and better things coming her way, and she's out of here.
Right. Right. Joe, I just want to let you know that I stole your comment from our private chat and I just put it in under my girlfriend's name. So, Nikki, you just made a comment. Drywall, Chris Performance, and Jeffrey Epstein. Name 3 things that don't hang themselves.
Oh man, I love that. I love that. So yeah, I mean, Senator Kennedy. Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, I mean, is it bad news for Blizzard or is this good news for them?
I don't even know what constitutes good news anymore in 2021. Like, I mean, like the sky isn't falling, like the world isn't on fire anymore. Like, I don't know, like what is good news? I take all my good news at like a very personal level these days because it's just like, you know what, dude? Like,
Oh Jesus Christ, here we go.
Trump killed it. Oh, probably. I mean, along with Clinton. Okay, that's probably a conspiracy theory they were like together on. You know what I mean? Like,
On the next DD214 deep dive,
we're gonna get to
episode
the bottom of
66.
this. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, or they're gonna find me at the bottom of a lake, one or the other. You know what I mean? Like,
so I have, before we get into our veteran and military news, I have one last review here for you guys.
okay,
Joe, if you could pull up the footage for a game called Unpacking, please get that for me.
there we go.
I started playing this game called Unpacking.
Okay,
It's exactly what it is. You're unpacking a house and you're
what?
decorating.
It's a fucking video game.
It's a video game. Yeah, look at this footage. Hit that full screen. Yeah. So the game starts off.
You better sell the shit out of this.
Listen, I don't know how I'm going to sell this right now, but I'm about to sell it. Okay. The game starts off. You start off as a child, as a female child, and you're decorating. The fuck was that?
You're decorating a house. You're going through life.
Guys.
You're going through life just decorating.
Yeah, so you're going through your life. You're moving into different places. Oh, I haven't gotten to this level. Oh yeah, I haven't gotten to this level yet, but that's good for me to see. Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God.
So anyway,
trying so hard not to be a dick right now.
No. We but this is why we do this show.
I know you're right.
Do this show.
Tell me on an honest, like, man-to-man level, like, what kind of enjoyment did you get out of this? I'm just asking because I'm fucking actually packing my house right now, and I'm gonna have to unpack it like in about 45 days here in Kansas City. So like,
and it's interesting because Doc Shupp says it right here. Unpacking is also a psychological term for a method of helping with PTSD and trauma. Wonder if there's any connection. And let me tell you, I was playing the game, and I sat there for 4 hours unpacking the houses. And there was something very therapeutic with me throwing my headphones on, listening to some ambient music, cue the music, and just playing the game. Right. I was just, I was unpacking the house exactly. exactly the way that I wanted to, the way that it, made me, the way that made me feel. Joe says here, PC building simulator for me. Put some ambient.
That's me. There we go. So
You
you're
know,
just
so I'm
chilling, like
sitting
listening to
there.
this music. You're unpacking
Yeah,
boxes, and next thing you know,
yeah,
like 3 hours went by.
yeah.
Okay, I mean, okay.
There's nothing.
What's your rating?
7.9.
God damn, dude. Okay. Okay. Let me collect my thoughts here. I just watched a Simpsons episode. It's not really a recent one, but it's it's on the Disney Plus or whatever. But there's a Simpsons episode where they open up this like new STEM school across the street from Springfield Elementary, and it's like all virtual reality, and all the kids are basically just being trained to do remedial tasks in the workforce when they get older,
Yeah,
basically. And that's all I thought of when I saw the gameplay footage of that game. But from your end, you're talking. That's the actual episode. Fuck yeah.
yep.
There you go.
There it
Thank you.
is. Good job. Good
But
job, Joe.
what you're talking about is basically you actually kind of just got some soothing relief, basically mentally,
Yeah,
from putting stuff in places and whatever.
yeah, and it's actually quite funny because, like, as I'm sitting there,
Yeah, I
I
wish
did.
real life was fucking like that.
Oh, me too. And it's so interesting to me because I literally sat there for a while playing the game, and yeah, there it is. There's the photo book, and yeah, Doc Shup says it right here.
I think he's
Uh,
exactly right. I think he's
no
exactly
huge
right.
challenges. It takes away from everyday stressors. Your focus is just on the simple, accomplishable task, and it can be relaxing. And
You know,
it was very relaxing. I mean, look,
that's cool.
there was even moments where Frenchie came onto the PC. She was like, "I got this," and she got stuck. So I truly think it's a very therapeutic game. I love
Cool.
it. The
Cool.
reason why I gave it a 7.9 though is because there's still, with this being the first of its kind type of game, can it help people learn to organize? Yeah. Yeah. Look at my desk. It's clean.
Huh. How about that? How did you make a space that was like 2 feet by 3 inches, like messy? I'm just fucking. I'm just
Let me tell.
fucking with you.
Hey, look.
I'm fucking with
Look, Halloween just passed, all right? I ate a lot of children's candy, all right? A
you.
lot of candy.
Dude, I'm like, I think I'm gonna be going on like a freaking 3-week fast just so that like once Thanksgiving hits, I can do whatever I want for a month and just acknowledge that like it's all coming back. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because yeah, once Thanksgiving hits, dude, it's over. It is freaking over until freaking after New
Let's
Year's.
see.
Oh my god, Doc. Doc, I know you're in New Jersey right now, and I'm kind of in Missouri and Colorado. I would love to just choke the shit out of you right now.
You want one or you want
Just
me
kidding, man. Just kidding.
All right, so I think that's it for gaming. I think that's it for gaming. Yeah. So let's hey Joe, can you just I got some stuff here. Now I'm gonna that because now we got some military stuff. Veterans Day is coming in a few days, guys. Lots of good stuff.
Do Jello
What's
wrestling?
this?
I'm totally
Jello
okay.
wrestling.
I am totally okay with Jello wrestling. That does not scare me one fucking bit. I would love to Jello wrestle.
Oh man. So yeah. So as you know, my little ass did some bouncing jobs for Doc Shup, like we speaked about. And dude, I remember this one guy trying to get into the club. His pants were so baggy that he had the bottle of alcohol in his pants, like
Right?
hanging inside his pants.
Yeah.
And I remember Doc saying, like, dude, you think, like, dude, that's not you. Like, I know what that is. Like, take it out of your pants. And the guy's like, come on. Needless to say, this was supposed to be it was like a high school teenagers party, and this dude was like 30 something years old, and we
Oh
had
my
to
god.
so we had to like get him out of there,
You gotta go.
Yeah. So Doc Shup did really
hiding,
well to take
hiding
care of
entire
that dude.
bottles of alcohol in your pants is like so 90s anyways, dude. Like they don't make pants baggy enough anymore. Like do you remember the movie Kids? You remember the movie Kids where he tucks his pants into his shoe and he fucking puts that 40 down his pants and steals the 40 at the beginning of the movie?
How could I forget the movie that my twin is in?
You can't do that anymore with the style of jeans we wear nowadays. Like, it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't. They pants used to be baggy enough you could. It was fucking Casper. The dude in the white shirt is the one that stole the 40 in the fucking
Hey
movie.
guys, do you not see a resemblance
Between who? You and Casper? Oh shit, you do kind of look like that motherfucker. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Casper,
Joe?
the dopest ghost. Yeah.
Joe, look up the actor Justin Pierce on
Justin
Google,
Pierce.
and he's got
Yeah.
yeah, he was a good actor. He took his own life.
Oh,
No, take the third one.
yeah, there he is.
Go back. Yeah,
I
the
remember. Yeah,
third
because
picture.
he was in one of the Friday sequels too.
And the one next to him, there it is. That's me right there.
That does kind of look like you. And honestly, you kind of look like a New York street kid, man. I could see you being a New York street kid back in the day.
Well, you know, in 2009, before I joined the army, me and my wife were New York street kids. Let me tell you.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, we lived on 183rd Street, right across the street from the Bronx Zoo. We lived on 110th Street, right across the street from Central Park, which was probably one of the best places we ever lived in. We lived in Brooklyn. We lived in Manhattan.
That's dope.
I'm a New York street rat. I don't need a mic. I don't need a mic.
Not surprised in the least, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
dude. That is awesome.
So Joe, there it is, the Bronx Zoo, my old home. We would wake up every morning hearing the fucking animals scream. So hey, Joe, pull up some Veterans Day discounts.
Oh yeah, I totally have like never used these, but I think this year might be the year. Well, I've literally never done that, but
okay. So before I get to the discounts, I just want to give okay. So first off, veteran comedian James Mack will be performing a show at the VFW number 2648, November 13th in North Bergen, New Jersey. Cool. Tickets are $20. Check him out. He's hilarious. I would love to have you on the show, James Mack, to talk about from soldier to comedian, how that transition worked. But that, check him out if you're in the area.
Do we have contact info for that guy? Because I would love to. He would be a great guest. I'm actually interested in comedy and spoken word and stuff like that. So that's kind of a passion of mine. Like,
yeah. Also, I also want you guys to know Frank Doc Shup produced show, Local Legends, is coming out next week. Correct me if I'm wrong, Frank. It will, his show comes out next week with host Pedro Muriel and Danny Ray. Great host. They both, yes, that's right, Doc. He was on your show. I remember. I watched it. It was really good. He interviewed him. Really good stuff. And I actually might want to go to that show, to be honest with you, at the VFW. That sounds like a fun time.
We actually just checked out a different. This is what was it, the third one that we've gone to out here? I just went to a third VFW last night. I was actually super impressed with it. Like, nice. I was like, holy crap, dude! Like they actually, it's in downtown Lee Summit, Missouri, which is like it's a township that basically is part of Kansas City's metro area now. Yeah, but it's in the downtown area of Lee Summit, Missouri. But it was amazing. Like, it's a big giant building. Freaking, they had a kitchen, like just the whole nine. It was a big VFW hall basically, and it was really cool. Like, because I'm shopping around for new VFWs now that I'm getting ready to move out here. So,
Jonathan, thank you for coming by. Enjoy Hawaii, my brother.
And we appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So that I mean, hey, and also please, guys, check out Local Legends. It comes out next week. I'm actually.
Do we have a time on that? Is there a time for it?
Doc, do we have a time for that? And where that? Because I believe that's going to be on YouTube.
Time so they can tune in, maybe even a link if possible, or what they can search to look that up.
Yeah, Doc. You know what? I'll hit you up today to see, because I have to see if I'm working that day. Yeah. But guys, check out Local Legends. They got a couple episodes already made. It's very exciting. The hosts are great. I'm actually we're trying to get them on the show. We're trying to work on the schedule to get them on. So stay tuned, because this is a show that you guys don't want to miss. We want to make sure everybody always wants to hear the bad side of the veterans, but no one ever wants to hear about the accomplishments that veterans make.
100%.
So thank God for Doc Shup. More Doc Shup. That's a t-shirt. More Doc Shup.
More Doc Shup.
Yeah, it's in 6K and watch it pain to we're in post
Paint
production.
it.
It's in 6K and the pain to edit. I know your pain, man. Know your pain, but this is it, man. And you're doing a great job. I've seen some of the stuff that you've been doing, and I'm very excited. We've shared it on our social media, so you guys can check it out. But stay tuned. As now we have discounts, Veterans Day discounts. What I have here written down. Well, before we get to that, hang on, Joe, because I have some stuff written down here too from Doc. Veterans Day discounts. Chili's, you get a free. Oh, before I get to this, guys, bring your identification with you. They're not going to look at you and know that you're a veteran. If you could actually now go to your local DMV. Let me hide my information. And you could get a veteran star on your identification.
Interesting.
Okay, this is a proof of identification. Do like Doc Shub says, do not be that guy. Show up with your identification and get your meal. So to start off, Chili's has a free meal. IHOP is 20% off. Red Robin is offering a free Red Robin Tavern double burger and steak fries.
Jesus.
Register, yeah, register online for that. Golden Corral is doing a thank you dinner for free.
Huh. Was that like a buffet?
Denny's, yeah, yeah. So Denny's, but for Denny's, this is for active duties. It's build your own Grand Slam.
Cool. Good for them.
Yeah. What else we got here? We got here a place I've never heard of before, but I'm really interested about it. It's called Mission Barbecue. Enjoy, enjoy. Mission Barbecue, enjoy a free sandwich from them. I serve my country, but don't have my wallet nor my DD-214, but still put food in my belly. Oh, really, Joe? Hey, Joe, can you go on the mic real quick and talk to us about?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a local Mission Barbecue here near Harrisburg, and I gotta tell you, it's one of the best. They have Ricky Bobby chicken. It's shake and bake chicken. It's the best thing in the world. But their brisket's amazing. If you get a chance, just stop by. They have like mac and cheese. They have all these different sauces, anything you could think of, and really cool old style sodas, like one-off sodas that you wouldn't think you'd find anywhere else, and they're just bomb. The whole place is awesome. A little
Oh, well,
pricey at times, but like, and they cater. They cater like anywhere.
well, shit. Well, there you go, man. You could go get yourself a free sandwich.
So what is this, like a barbecue chain for like the East Coast? Is that kind of
Yeah,
what it is?
yeah, it's something like that. They're fairly new over by me. It's been a few years since they popped in, but it's the only one I know of around here. But I've heard of them like in a few different places. I think they're a little one down south. Frank says there's one in South
Holy
Jersey.
crap. Yeah, it says they opened their doors for business on September 11th, 2001, or excuse 2011, excuse me, and is now in 9
Whoa.
states with 109 stores and still growing rapidly. The company has a goal of expanding its operations by adding over 200 locations by 2024. They've only been around for 10 years. That's crazy.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I like that. We also have Olive Garden is offering free entrees. Fox and Hound Bar and Grill is offering a free meal. Dollar General, 20% off of your order online or in store.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna go stock up on fucking Rippets, dude. That's like the only place that still sells fucking Rippets, man. Like, if you go to the dollar stores for all your Rippet needs, veterans.
Yep,
Okay.
there you go. A free car wash from graceforvets.com. I don't know exactly how this website works, but there should be. I believe that from what I understand, what they do is that they link you to like a local car wash by you. I know that they're partnered with other car washes, and hopefully you should be able to find a car wash for you. Publix offers 10% off groceries. Meineke is offering an oil change as well, guys. Don't forget that. We also have here.
I got you on
10%.
that one, Doc. I'll do a fucking Rippets mock commercial skit. Yeah.
I would love that. Oh, you have Staples, active duty military personnel, reservists, retired or disabled veterans, and their immediate families get 25% off. Target is offering a 10% discount. I'll be using mine. LL Bean, 10% off your whole order. Big Lots, 10% off. Bed Bath and Body Works. Get yourself some scented candles, baby. 25% off. Off Broadway Shoe Warehouse is offering 10% off your whole order. Joe, what else we got on the list? Omaha Steaks for active duty military veterans, retirees, veterans, spouses, and dependents get free shipping on select packages on November 11th.
Hey, don't forget, no matter what you do, make sure you change your Facebook profile picture to some picture of you while you were serving so that everybody knows. All right. Make sure you guys do that.
Everybody wants to know. In-store offers only valid at Walgreens or Joy Reed store. Home Depot has 10% off. Guys, there is no stopping the discounts.
Telling you, man, just gotta ask.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to say, I work. You know, you guys know I work for Target. I can't believe we're actually getting a veterans discount, but it is what it is. Everyone has to know, guys. You want your free meal, dude? Stock up, stock up. I'll be going to like 4 places that fucking day. I'm gonna get me some mac and cheese, some bread, a sandwich.
It's gonna be like Thanksgiving. It's gonna be like Thanksgiving.
This is the veterans Thanksgiving, and you know what? When we come into the next year, we got to have a Veterans Day event, like
I agree. We're
like
actually
a physical one.
I know we're doing something on Thursday at my VFW. I gotta actually make a phone call because I missed I missed a meeting when I was driving out here the other day. So I missed a meeting. I don't know exactly what my VFW is doing, but yeah. So we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's you know.
day.
So
It's always a good day.
so here's my question to you, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be your first Veterans Day as a veteran.
As a
we all know
veteran.
Is it 90 days or 180 days
For what?
for veteran status?
I want to say it's 180 days of consecutive service.
Okay,
That's
what I thought.
I think it's 180 days of consecutive service, which pretty much basic and AIT basically covers. You know what I mean? Like for the most part.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. They might have changed it, or maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. But yeah, it's freaking. You know, if you serve your country for 6 months straight, like you are a veteran. How about that? So you know, I'm you know we make jokes sometimes, and I joke a lot, obviously. But if you're a veteran, don't be afraid. Like you did some time. You know, if you're having a hankering for one of them Red Robin burgers or something, whatever, like. It's okay. It's okay to ask for the discount once in a while. You don't have to be nobody's gonna be gatekeeping your service, just because you want, something that somebody offered you for free anyways.
Hell yeah.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tab out on that. You know what I mean? Like these last almost 12 years when I've been in, I typically only used my veterans discount or my military discount for 2 things: hotel rooms and alcohol. But I'm probably going to be using my veteran discount for a lot more things now that I'm out. So put it that way.
So this is gonna be fun for you. Your first Veterans Day as a veteran. So I'm proud of you, man. This is fun. This is fun for me. I mean, I love Veterans Day. I live the town that I live in is predominantly a military town. So they actually have pictures of our veterans on the street corners. And New Jersey is pretty well known for having that in a lot of their towns where they represent their veterans and have their pictures on the streets, which is really fucking cool.
I've noticed a lot more of it out here in the Midwest than say like farther out west. But
put that back up, Joe. What Doc Show said.
Pretty much like, a lot of your smaller towns out west are tend to be very patriotic. You know what I mean? But when you go out, the farther west you go and the bigger cities, a lot of people are just kind of very removed. You know what I mean? So it doesn't seem to get the hype, I guess, if you want to call it that. And that's, it's whatever. That's just local geographics or whatever. But yeah, like Doc said, people go through the trouble of wanting to show their love for us like that. Partake in the meals, partake in the discounts, man. Like, don't be scared. You know what I mean? So it's okay. Don't feel bad about it. Nobody's gatekeeping service here, man. Like, go get a free burger. Go get a discount on your groceries. Like, go get a car wash. Like, you did your time. Like, it's okay to take a little bit back sometimes on top of what you're given. So,
Hell yeah. And so now before we get to the final thought, we got a couple things real quick. Get ready for Be prepared. Be prepared, guys, because we're about to have some guests coming up in our way. We have a Call of Duty hacker coming on our show, guys. We're going to talk about how an anti-cheat is made, what can be done to prevent it, and then other little tidbits about hacking and what you could do to be safe at home while just people watching video cameras and stuff like that. It's going to be a really cool educational show. We have a marijuana chef coming on our show soon.
Interesting.
Yep.
Like an actual, are we talking about somebody that infuses, like THC into like culinary delights?
Yep.
But I'm not talking like gummies or candy. I'm talking like an actual.
No, we're talking about like chicken, rice and beans.
Dope.
So I actually, oh no, he's in Hawaii actually. So that's going to be a fun conversation. We got the real estate agent coming soon. So a lot of these things, and then we also have hopefully both hosts of the Local Legends show coming for an interview soon. We got a new format coming. Season 3 is coming. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming that we've just been talking about just the last couple of days that are just going to be so exciting.
Absolutely.
Also,
100%.
Are you cool with me showing the t-shirt design that's coming soon? Do you think the green one is a go?
I think you should show it and see what people think. Let the people speak, right? Yeah, Doc, I think he's wanting to we're wanting to get those guys on here so we can get some more information basically from them. But yeah.
It was.
I would love to have those guys on.
Yeah, so Doc, it was just a brief conversation I had with Dro. I'm still trying to work out the kinks of timing. Yeah, it was a very brief conversation. Still nothing final. So this is it right here. I'll show it to you guys real quick. And there it is.
Oh, there you go. I could dig that. Oh yeah.
Yes. So let me see if I can pull out the. Yep. So this is the actual design right here. It is a radio. It has our website on it, where it's got our website on it, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. It's also got Army Regulation for Communications 2513 on the shirt.
Nice.
We got to represent. So this is
Absolutely.
this is the design right here. This is the design right here. Oh, whoa.
Looks good. I like it.
Oh, little Easter eggs that you guys weren't supposed to see for the next designs.
Uh-oh. Oops.
Yeah. We'll talk later, Doc. I'll contact you soon. Also, coming soon, Smokey's Pet Pantry.
What's that?
So this is Pet Pantry being worked on by our executive producer here. It's actually will be coming soon. If you are looking for some pet food, pet supplies, this is a new affiliate for DD214, Smokey's Pet Pantry. Oh, we have a special guest here. What are you doing, baby? Security!
If you go to the website now and sign up your email, we will let you know when we are officially open and offer discount codes as we roll things out.
Right on. Appreciate that, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah. Next, we have Blaze 8 Online for all your Delta 8 needs. Check out Blaze 8 Online, New Jersey. They got a whole bunch of great stuff. Good for you. Topicals, toothpaste, creams, la-di-da-di-da. Also, for all your energy and quenching your thirst needs, use discount code DD214 Gaming for 10% off your next order of Rogue Energy. It'll make you see colors. It'll give you pump for your dump. It'll have you running fucking marathons.
Oh yeah.
Okay, baby.
You're gonna make it.
Yep, you can hear colors, bro. And of course, guys, make sure you check out the Linktree. www.linktree.com/DD214Gaming. Check out this website so you can see all our links from YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Anchor. If you go on Anchor, leave a voice message, talk some shit to us. If you go on YouTube, subscribe and share, leave a comment. all that good stuff. And Jay, it's your turn this week.
I believe it is. All right. Well, I just wanted
Oh
to
shit!
wait. What do you got? What'd you do?
I fucking completely forgot. Do you want
Uh-oh.
to take 1 second real quick to have a good
Sure.
laugh about I'm so
I
sorry,
got nothing
Jay.
but time. I'm not doing shit except driving back to fucking Colorado today.
To Joe, pull that up real quick. Local Marines eat ass.
Hell yeah.
The
The website got hacked, didn't it?
Yeah, the United States Marine Corps website got hacked recently, and
Marines suck wieners. Daddy Navy owns my ass.
yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that shit. That's fucking
yeah.
funny.
So I mean,
First,
we need
first off, what's wrong with fucking eating ass? Huh, hacker? Oh, is this supposed to be a bad thing? Like, what, am I supposed to be like fucking embarrassed? Like what? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I know what I'm doing in the bedroom. All right, hackers. All right, and you don't need to disparage my Marine brothers and sisters for eating ass. Okay, it's 2021. All right, we've come a long way. All right, all right.
yeah. So yeah, that's happening, guys. I mean, is there more from this? Hacker man, there he is. Hacker man, please, we need more. We need more of these hack sites. Oh, why am I still holding the Rogue Energy? We need more of these hack sites. Give us more. Give us more.
Love
give
it.
us more.
I love it.
Guys, next week we're gonna have a nice new format, so get ready for it. And now, Jay, now you can go on with it, man.
All right, appreciate it. What you got, John? What were you gonna say?
Oh no, it's you could do the final thought now.
Okay, right on. No, it's week of Veterans Day. We are very quickly encroaching on that lovely time of year where a lot of people have a lot of enjoyment, and there's a lot of other people that kind of get inside themselves and deep inside of their own thoughts and start going to some strange and dark places. So I just want to encourage everybody in the week, not only the week ahead, but also the month to come, November and December both, to just keep your head on a swivel and pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to the people around you. You might not be struggling. Somebody around you might be. Pay attention to social cues. Pay attention to what people are posting on social media. When you are face to face in person with people, pay attention to some of their mannerisms. If you yourself are having a rough time or having bad thoughts or anything in that nature, please pick up the phone. Please call somebody. Lay off the alcohol as much as possible if that is a struggle for you when you are not feeling the best, because it never makes anything better. I can guarantee you that. Be good to your bodies. Be good to yourselves. And don't be afraid to talk. It's okay to have conversations with people. It's okay to let people know that you're not okay. Talk to people that you trust. If you have no one, there's 800 numbers for that. We got 1-800-273-TALK. It's 1-800-273-8255. Pick that phone up. Call a hotline if you need to. Don't be afraid. All right. There's nothing to ever fear in this life. Okay. As scary as it gets, there's really nothing truly to ever fear. So don't be afraid to do the right thing. There's people that love you. There's people that depend on you. There's people that absolutely 100% support you. And nobody ever wants to get a phone call the next morning that somebody has done something that they can't take back. So I encourage and implore everyone to use as much common sense as possible in the weeks to come and for the remainder of the year, because I know especially once Thanksgiving hits, it's that magical holiday time of year. And for a lot of people, it's a very hard time. It's a very rough time of year. So take care of each other. Be good human beings to each other. I have a engineer buddy of mine that when I was a mechanic, I went to Afghanistan with him, and he always, on his Facebook, he always says, be a less shit human being today. And I kind of like that. Like, try not to be a shit human being today. Be a good human being today. So yeah, take care of each other. Take care of your families, your friends. I hope and wish you guys have a wonderful week ahead. Enjoy your Veterans Day. If you're a veteran, go out there, grab some discounts, get some free sandwiches, do something, man. Celebrate your service. because your country is celebrating your service on that day, and you deserve it. You are worthy. All right. You are winners. Believe it or not, no matter what your stupid inner voice of doubt says to you, you are a winner. So act like one. And Jesus hates a pussy, so don't be one. Thank you, John.
And don't forget to swallow the homies. Good night.
Always.
Ladies and gentlemen, see you next week, and thank you so much. Don't forget to listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube.
Thank you very much, guys. See you next time.
Have a good one.